Chaturvedi, respected faculty members, dear students, remember we were also right there 50 years ago, esteemed guests, and my dearest of friends from the Golden Jubilee batch of 1976. Good morning to all. I must begin by confessing a small disappointment. This morning, I wished I was marching with my batchmates in the parade ground as well. Just as I did 25 years ago for our Silver Jubilee and 50 years ago when we were here as students. Instead, I find myself standing here. It's a privilege of a different kind. But it is truly an honor for me to be with you today as a chief guest, representing our Golden Jubilee batch of 1976. Exactly 50 years ago to the day, I had the honor of leading the march past as school captain. I certainly had no idea then that I would return half a century later in this role as chief guest. Life, it seems, has a wonderful sense of occasion. Republic Day is a deeply special day for our nation. On 26 January 1950, India's constitution came into force, transforming our country from a British dominion into a sovereign democratic republic. This day reminds us that India is not ruled by one person or one group, but by laws and values that protect every citizen. It represents self-rule at the national level, guided by a constitution written by Indians for Indians. Republic Day also honors those values enshrined in that constitution, values that I remember studying with great pride in what was then called our civics class. We took so much pride in learning about India's choice to be a secular nation, committed to justice, liberty, and equality for all. Our constitution calls for peaceful coexistence. And coexistence, as all of us who live here know, is the very foundation of boarding school life. At Scindia School, we grew up together. Students from every region, every language, religion, and background formed bonds that have lasted a lifetime. As our school song reminds us, Shiksha Jang Rat, Chhatra Desh ke har pradesh ke vasi, Bhasha aur Sanskriti ke sangam samta prem prakashi. India's journey from colonial rule to independence also had a personal meaning for our batch, though I think we did not fully understand it as children. We were really part of the first generation of Indians to grow up in a post-independent India. We were born just 10 years after the first Republic Day in 1950. Our parents, our teachers, our grandparents were all born before independence, and their stories made colonial rule a living memory for all of us as well. As a result, patriotism was very much a part of our everyday ethos in Scindia when we were here. We were especially proud that Scindia School was founded on core Indian principles and that its values were reinforced every single day during morning prayers at assembly, in the quiet reflection of our sachal, and throughout the day by examples set by our dear teachers. Standing here today, waves of nostalgia wash over us. This campus is filled with memories of teachers, of friendships, and countless hours spent on this very field. Many of us remember running rounds of this field for a variety of reasons. We also remember the many sporting events here that brought us together. It was particularly heartwarming for me to see the magnificent guard of honor escort me as it reminded me of our horse riding days. One vivid memory of this field stands out. Long ago in 1969, His Highness late Madhavrao Scindia hosted a very special test match here and invited the entire Indian cricket team, then captained by Nawab Mansoor Ali Khan Pataudi, better known as Tiger Pataudi, to play here on this field. It was a friendly match with players from both the Indian team and the school team mixed together into two new teams. For 5 unforgettable days, we students sat in this very pavilion, chatting with Indian cricketers, collecting autographs, and soaking in an experience that felt magical. What a unique experience for all of us. One of so many in our school days. Now, as we reflect on self-rule, the spirit of Republic Day, I would like to offer perspective, especially for our students. Republic Day is not only about how our nation governs itself, it's also about how each of us learns to govern ourselves. Our Scindia education has prepared us for this kind of self-rule for the rest of our lives. Our teachers taught us the value of our community, a community that extends beyond family, yet is just as close. We learn to work hard and strive for excellence, not for personal gain, but for the good of the community we belong to. One of the greatest lessons we learned here was an unwritten honor code, built on discipline, sportsmanship, integrity, and loyalty to one another. It taught us to make the right choices even when no one was watching us. Any success that could be gained through shortcuts or even dishonesty would have felt unacceptable and deeply uncomfortable to us. Instead, the highest recognition we sought was the respect of our friends and our teachers. Our teachers also taught us something equally important. The best way to serve your community is to follow your passion and work extremely hard in the direction you believe in. If you look at the batch of 1976 today, you will see that each of us forged our very own path. We were not driven by what was popular or conventional, but by what felt meaningful to us. Actually, I'm reminded of a line from a poem by our dear Hindi teacher, Mr. D.N. Verma, which went, मैं किसी एक का नहीं कि मैं हूँ कलाकार जग का साथी. These words beautifully capture the balance between self-independence and contribution, between self-rule and service. A strong republic depends on citizens who practice self-discipline, empathy, and courage. The habits you develop at Scindia, how you treat others, how you take responsibility, how you stand up for what is right, will shape not only the future of our democracy, but also your own personal happiness and fulfillment. As we celebrate Republic Day today, I ask you to honor our Constitution by living its values each and every day. Be dedicated to your passions. Be honest in your work. Be respectful in your words and kind in your actions. Commit to being responsible students, thoughtful citizens, and compassionate human beings. Actually, we had another school song. I don't know if it's still part of the school repertoire, but it used to end with the words, Tum bado, tum bado, tum bado. Oh, we have it, great. I wish for each of you the advancement that this form of self-rule will, in your daily life, will help in growing and strengthening yourself, your school, your society, and your nation. This is the true spirit of Republic Day and the promise that I ask you to carry forward every day. Jai Hind and go Scindia!
Thank you, sir. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed judges for graciously sparing their valuable time to be with us for the march past. Your presence motivated the participants and made the occasion truly memorable. I request retired Captain Ram Singh Tobar to receive a token of our gratitude. I now call upon retired Captain G.S. Bhadoria to receive a token of our gratitude. May I now call upon Subedar Rakesh Singh Bhadoria to receive a token of our gratitude. May I now request Principal Sir to kindly present a token of gratitude to our respected Chief Guest.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
May I request everyone to kindly rise.